Purnima ji.
Good morning.
Hari Om to all the Atmajyotis, divine light of the self. Let us begin today's manana of Hanuman Chalisa with a prayer to Lord Rama, Lord Hanuman, and the Guru. Om Om Manojavam Marutatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham Vatatmajam Vanarayuta Mukhyam Shri Ramadutam Charanam Prapadye Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitayaha Pataye Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So, we were in the very interesting episode of how Sugriva and Vali are invited to fight each other, and Rama promises Sugriva that Vali will be executed. So many questions when we answered why Vali was killed from behind, the metaphorical reason we discussed. And so we know that Sugriva and Vali, for the first time round when they went, Rama was not able to kill Vali. So this is the question. Why? Why did that not happen? Did you dwell on this $1 million question?
They looked alike, and
They looked alike is the Adi Bhautika. Next level of meaning. Yeah. Anyone want to take a stab at it? See, were they any different, Vali and Sugriva, basically? Vali had a boon that he will take away half the, Shakti of the other persons. Other than that, they were both Vanaras, both brothers, both very strong. Sugriva was also very strong. But for that boon of Vali, they were equal in all ways. And remember the events leading up to Rama meeting Sugriva. And the second time round, what happened? Was Sugriva, was he happy to have got back his... and then later also, Sugriva forgets, no? That Rama helped him and he gets very happy with his kingdom. He is rebelling with his wives and all that. So basically their attitudes are not much different, Vali and Sugriva. Vali was proud, Sugriva was also proud. He was only helpless for a little while, that's all. So both of them had lot of egos. So the first time round when when Hanuman brought Rama to Sugriva, then he said, okay, he treated Rama not as Bhagwan or somebody, a king, or he treated Rama as a peer. You are also a king, I am also a king. Your wife is also abducted, my wife is also abducted. That kind of equation he had with Lord Rama. He had not surrendered to Rama. Ego. So the first time round when he went to fight Vali, Rama could not distinguish between the two because they were both alike. Both of them had huge egos. I have been wronged. Sugriva thought he was wrong. Vali thought he was wrong. They were both out to take revenge on each other. Where is the question of surrender over here? Nothing. It was not forthcoming from Sugriva. That's why Vali says, this Rama gives this answer to Sugriva later. Then Sugriva asked him, what? You are, just because we are alive, come on, you can't make out or what? Who is who? Then Rama says, what? You also was wearing the, I could only see two big egos wrestling with each other. I could not make out who is who. So that was the answer. Then the second time, when Vali comes and when Sugriva gets this answer, then he prostrates to Rama, begs his forgiveness, and then also wears one mala. Rama blesses him with a mala And also, when Sugriva honest with great, shame, he's ashamed of himself when he does namaskara to Rama. Then and he is full. Vali has punched him nicely, and his body is aching all over. And so Rama just strokes his back, and all the aches and pains that he's feeling, they are gone, he says. So that's how the aches and pains of life. Again, for everything, we have to extrapolate to the, what it means to me. So life gives us a lot of aches and pains, kicks and blows. If I go to wrestle with it all by myself, all I get is more pain and more kicks and blows. When I surrender to God or a higher power, or with I go with the, when I surrender to a higher power and take the blessings from the universe, if you are not a believer, and then you go to tackle the problems of the world, the aches and pains, the grace will flow. Rama will stroke our backs and we will not feel it. And of course, we'll be victorious when we go with that attitude. So that's what we do first thing in the morning, all of us. We might do Karagre, Vasate, Lakshmi, all the powers are within me. We know that. And then we bow very humbly to the Lord, and then we start the day. So this we do first thing in the morning and last thing in the night also. Let's make it a habit if we are not already doing it. Thank you for taking care of this day for me. This should be the attitude for all the mumukshus, the bhaktas. Even if you are just a seeker of worldly pleasure, surrender. Please, God, give me this, give me that. Fine, but surrender first and foremost. That is the lesson here. Then what were the other questions we had? We have to Tumu upakara sugriva hi kinha, Rama milaya rajapada dinha. Okay, that is fine. Done. Then we have to do this Tumharo mantra Vibheeshana maana. Let's do that. What is a mantra? तुम हो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना. So this is an easy one. We all know what it entails. What is this? I have put some pictures. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. So basically, yes, Vibhishan ka, we have to do the manana of Vibhishana. So what is the meaning of mantra over here? Mantra, Tumharo mantra. What is this mantra? What is the meaning of mantra?
I think Jai Ram, Shri Ram, something like that. It's Ram mantra.
Okay, like that. Okay. What is the other meaning of mantra? Mantra, regular, the meaning as we understand it is a japa kind of thing. Mantra also means, yes, Anu, you want to share something?
No, I had the same thought.
Oh.
Again, whatever Guru says or whatever the Ishta Devata says is to follow or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that is the regular popular meaning. But the meaning of mantra over here is mantra means mantrana. Mantrana means, discussion. Discussion is also called a mantrana. Discussion is a mantrana, and advice or counsel is called a mantra. Rama, we use also in our daily life this mantra. Neen helidde nanang mantra means whatever advice you gave me, that is the yardstick by which I will behave. Okay. So that kind of meaning is here. Tumharo mantra Vibhishana maana. Your advice, Vibhishana followed. So what were the advices that Hanuman gave Vibhishana? Yeah, I'm sure all of us know the story. Come on, let us pitch in. How did Hanuman meet Vibhishana first? When he was lurking around in Lanka in the dead of the night, Hanuman was looking obviously for Sita Mata. Then he first went to Ravana's palace. Naturally, he didn't find Sita Mata over there. Then he went around the town, the capital city, and then everything was dark, and all the Rakshasas, what do they do in the night? Gamble, drink, have a boisterous evening of it. All that he saw, but in one house, he saw a light, beautiful light glowing. And then he saw a tulsi plant in the front yard. And so Hanuman decided, oh, this must be the house of a sattvic person. And so he enters the house and he gets the chant of, some Rama, Rama, Rama chanting. He hears. So he decides this could be again a Maya of Ravana, because you never know. He is the lord of this place, Lanka. So whatever, all Mayavi is everywhere. So, but still, even if a Asura is chanting the name of Rama, then there is some goodness in him. Even for the sake of fooling me, he is chanting. I don't mind. Wherever Rama's name is there, I will go. And so Hanuman also, again, Sukshma Rupa, he becomes a small. He takes the small size of a mosquito, and he also starts singing Rama Katha. So both Vibheeshana and Hanuman, they're singing the glories of Rama, and when dawn breaks, to Ramanama. So the commentators say that even the dawn, each and every dawn for us, it has to break with the name of the Lord. Every dawn, don't miss it. All our dawns have to break to the name of the Lord, the Ishta Devata, or whatever, the Aham Brahmasmi, whatever it is. That feeling has to be prominent when I wake up, when dawn breaks for me. That is the ideal situation. Not what will happen through the day, today I have to do this. All that will follow. But first thing should be Ramanama, or whatever japa you want to do. Okay. So this happens. And the name itself, Vibheeshana. What is the meaning of Bhishana? Bhishana means scary, ugly. Vibhishana was a very ugly looking asura. But still, because of the Rama Nama on his tongue, he was a beautiful soul. And so, Hanuman introduces himself to Vibhishana and says, then he says this, you're simply sitting here in one corner of your house and sitting Ramanama, but what good is it doing? You will get elevated. But what about the anarthas that are happening under your nose? What will you do about that? So in this way, Hanuman convinces Vibhishana to go and give his brother good counsel. It is not good to hold Sita Mata. Please leave her. You are abducting the mother of the universe herself. Go tell your brother all this. First you surrender to Rama. If you tell your brother to his face that he is not right, then you come and surrender to Rama, he says, Hanuman. So, what does Vibhishana says? Look at my face. I am an asura. I look so ugly. You think I can go to Rama with this face of mine? Face in the broadest sense. I am an asura. I live with the enemy. I am surrounded by demons. So what does Hanuman say? He says, look, I have a monkey face. Both of them are comparing themselves. You have a asura face, I have a monkey face. Lord Rama is looking, not at all looking at our faces. He is looking at the heart, the bhavana. See here, one interesting point I came across, which I would love to share with you all. In our lives, everyone's lives, there are three kinds of dhara. Dhara means what? Something which flows incessantly. Dhara. Three dharas we have. One is jnana dhara, and one is bhava dhara, and one is karma dhara. Okay. Karma jnana, and bhavana. What is the karma dhara that's flowing in our lives? Most of us, it will be all the roles that we play. Mother, employee, basically that's a main role. And then citizen of the country, of society. All these are the karmas that we keep doing incessantly, 24/7. Karma dhara is flowing in us, all of us. Nobody can deny. That is karma dhara. And then jnana dhara. What is our philosophy in life? That's another dhara which flows. We all have our own philosophies. Fortunately for all of us, we are in the Advaita philosophy or Dvaita also. Bhakti and Jnana is the philosophy that we are leading life by. And then there is the Bhavadhara. For this Bhavadhara, we might be doing the karma, whatever has been assigned to us. We might be doing all this satsanga, shravana, manana, all these things we might be doing. But where is my heart? Where is my heart? On the face of it, we are supposedly doing the right things. We have read the Bhagavad Gita and we feel that, that karma yoga, all that we understand how karma can be converted to karma yoga, all these things we understand. But where is the bhava? For this, a beautiful illustration is there. Two friends. This is from, again, my favorite scripture lately, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Two friends decided to, they were walking and they decided to go to a bhajan session. Okay, Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam reading. And so one friend, they reached the place where the satsang was happening. And when they started to enter, and one fellow says, what an evening wasted in listening to this nonsense. I'm going to a better place. So one fellow walks in, the other fellow goes to the house of a Vaishya. And then after some time, the fellow who is at the Vaishya's house, he feels, what a waste. He is not happy. He is not enjoying the experience. And he says, I wish I had walked into that Bhagavatam session. I wish I had gone there. I shouldn't have come here. He has that bhavana. And the fellow who is in the Bhagavatam session, he feels, unnecessarily I'm sitting here and listening to some nonsense. I should have gone with my friend. So what happened to the karma dhara here? On the face of it, one fellow is in satsang, the other fellow is in a other place. Where is the bhava dhara? Exactly the opposite. So Sri Ramakrishna says, we have to pay the utmost attention to the bhava dhara, irrespective of what we are doing, what our karma forces us to do. Where is my bhavana? Where I have deposited my heart and soul. That defines what I am. That defines what I am. Isn't it? And we have that beautiful story of the Dharma Vyadha. Who knows the story of the Dharma Vyadha? Kamala, I'm sure you do. Can anyone share? Dharma Vyadha. Gottidya yargaದ್ರು? Indra, are you free to talk and share this beautiful Nirmala? She's here. Dharma Vyadha story. Are yaar, nobody is speaking up. Okay. Do you want to hear or no? Dharma Vyadha story.
Yes, we want to hear, but we don't know.
Of course, we want to, Purnima.
Okay.
Nirmala knows. I don't know why she is not opening her mouth. Okay. So, there is again this is about the Bhavadhara. This is about the Bhavadhara.
You tell this Dharma Vyada story.
I
will tell you the next story.
Super. Welcome. All right. So,
Nirmala spoke.
Finally, see what all we have to do for her to speak. Her Bhavadhara is here only. I know that. So once a sage goes to the house of a house for alms. He keeps calling Bhavati Bhikshandevi, Bhavati Bhikshandevi.
No, Purnima, I will tell you.
Thank you. Yes. Yep. Do that.
So, one person, he's a sadhaka. He is sitting under a tree and doing intense tapas. And suddenly he sees there is one crow which is irritating by cawing around. And he feels so disturbed. He's not able to concentrate. So he says, he does this and looks up at the crow. And the crow falls down dead.
Oh.
And immediately he says, wow, I think my penance has been worth it. I have achieved a certain level of this thing. I become a sage now.
Yes.
So he takes a begging bowl. He's hungry. He goes. One house he goes begging. And he comes in front of house and he's begging and nobody is coming out. But he's seeing a lady go up and down, up and down. She could as well come and give food and then attend to whatever she's doing, no? He thinks. That lady, after some time, she comes with alms and she says, what? You thought I'm the crow, huh? You think I'll fall down dead, huh? He's shocked. A mere housewife? A mere housewife? She can see what happened to me? Oh man. Oh man. That means I'm not good enough as yet. So he asks, how did you know? I know. You are in big ego. He said, please teach me, how did you find out? Oh, you want to know? Okay, I don't have time. In that village, there is one Dharma Vyada. Go and ask him, he will teach. He goes to that place and he finds that he asks everyone, they say, this shop. He goes there and he's a butcher. What a butcher can teach me. He is steeped in ahimsa. What is this? What's happening here now? He says, wait here. I'll finish my work and tell you. He's losing his patience. What is this? I'm being taught by a housewife, a butcher. What? I have lost my head or what? Why am I going behind such people? But still he waits. And he finishes his butcher work. He goes home, takes care of his parents, finishes that, and then he comes and sits with him. And he says, oh, the first time when he saw what? That lady in that village sent you here. Huh? And this fellow is unnerved. How did the butcher know that the lady sent me here? What is happening here? I'm not able to understand. And he says, okay, let me patiently wait and find out what the hell is all about. He says, what you need to do is the karma you have to do. But your mind should be always on God. And you should not have ahankara.
Yes.
He's not doing his karma. He's just sitting under the tree. And going for begging with a head full of ego. All wrong things he has in his head. He just butchered all those thoughts of this the sadhaka, and he correctly sized him up and cut all his ego, everything, and sent him back. This is the story.
Yes.
Another story, what I wanted to, this thing is very nice. So,
Nirmala, before you tell the other story, do we have the names of this lady or the sage over there just for this one?
Kaushika is the sage.
Okay.
And that housewife is just she's an enlightened gruhini. We don't know the name. And this guy is a vyadha, means butcher.
Okay.
Vyadha is a dharma vyadha. He is doing butchering, but with this bhavana.
with the bhavana of being
Yoga.
mentally with the God.
That is, whatever he is doing, he is offering it to, it's become yoga. Even that butchering has become a yoga because he has no sense of doership. That's
Got it.
Thank
He's doing his karma.
He's doing his karma with offering it to the Lord. Yes, next.
So there is I hope I'm not boring you people.
No. We are very happy. Carry
No,
on.
you're not, Nirmala ji. Please carry on. We love it.
So
Why would you
that
think?
is
Nirmala wants to hear this. No, Nirmala, you are not boring. You're so interesting. Please, Nirmala.
no, not like that. When already 2 stories over, again I'm bugging you people for third
Only
story.
one
That's
story. Only one story.
One story.
Yes, only one story. I'm not going to have more. In my pocket, there is only one more story.
Right up
No,
to the
no. I
generation
mean to say only one story is over. 2 stories are not over. I heard only one story.
Correct.
Why, what happened to the first story which Purnima said?
Okay, including mine. This is a
Okay.
third.
I'm talking about Nirmala's story.
Carry on, Nirmala.
Okay, so in a building, one sage is doing Samma tapas. He's in dhyana. And in opposite side, there is another building. Both are in the rooftop. Opposite side, there is a prostitute. And, she is waiting for each person to come.
Yeah.
And she's this thing. The sage is looking at the prostitute, and the prostitute is looking at the sage. Okay? The prostitute saying, "Wow, look at him. Wow, he's doing tapas. How nicely he's doing. Yeah, what is this? I'm wasting away my time of my life." The sage is counting the number of people who are coming to her house.
He is not doing tapas.
He is not doing his tapas was, gee, what is this? Gee, there is a limit. How can she? Oh no, there's a third one. Oh no, how many more? Oh no, my God, her greed, her this thing. Wow. And almost towards the end, she says, "Forget it. Oh, I will think of God like that sage. Oh God, please deliver me. I don't want to have this life, this wretched life. I want to be like that sage." She, with her whole heart, with whole bhavana, she just prays. And she dies. The intensity.
Yeah.
She dies.
Yes.
And that fellow is so angry, so hateful of the act she's doing. The hate, wells up within him. And he also dies. And they are going towards the heaven. Sage is here, and he sees that the prostitute is much far ahead of him.
Hmm.
Far, far, far ahead of him. Said, Hare, how did this happen? She has led such a bad life, and I have throughout my life done penance, and she has overtaken me.
Hmm.
Hare, how is that possible? What happened in between? What did she do? I was counting. There are 10 men who came.
Hmm.
Check. And she's overtaken me. I have to go and ask God, what the hell? His calculations are wrong.
Yeah.
His calculations are wrong. His calculations are wrong. He's done some mistake. I should be far ahead of her, and he should be, she should be going to hell, where she's coming to heaven. So God explains to him, whereas you were counting, she was in fact, you know, feeling very bad. And that 1 minute of repentance, she has washed off all her sins. All her sins. And she has merged with God.
Yeah.
So, this is the point to prove that bhavana is so powerful. The intention,
Hmm.
what your thought is so much more powerful than all the million acts you do.
Yes. Bhavadhara.
Thank you.
Very nice. So even in that, thank you, Nirmala. So even in the other story, the first one where two friends, one going to Bhagavatam and the other going to this prostitute's house, same. When they die, the chariot comes. For whom? For the one who is thinking of Bhagavatam rather than the one who's sitting there and his mind is elsewhere. So that's about the Bhavadhara. So how are we tying up with this Vibheeshana story here? Anyone? Anyone wants to volunteer? Why did we come up with this story for Vibheeshana?
Although he's in the Asuric environment,
Correct.
he is always doing, he's thinking of Rama.
That's it. So it doesn't matter where you are placed. You have to bloom wherever you are. Hmm? That is what it is.
So Vibhishana is Satvik,
Satvik.
Ravana is Rajasic,
Hmm.
Kumbhakarna is Tamasic.
Yeah. Correct. That's right. So yeah, and then what happens? So Hanuman tells Vibhishana, go and tell your brother he is wrong and come to help, come on the side of Dharma. That is the mantrana that Hanuman gives Vibhishana. And we know what follows. When Vibhishana tells Ravana, release Mata Sita, and he is the one who's been protecting Sita in Ashokavana all the time. Whenever Ravana says, I will off with her head, Vibhishana comes and says, no, are you mad? This is the Devi herself, Mother Sita, Divine Mother. He keeps saying that and he's keeping Ravana in check all the time. Yes, Nirmala.
Sita had almost decided to kill herself with her long hair
Hmm.
tied up to the tree. She said, I will commit suicide. I can't take this anymore because Ravana came visiting and said, if you don't give in, I will I will cut you to pieces and eat you up. And all the Rakshashis were haunting. And he told all the Rakshashis, better convince her somehow, otherwise your lives will be gone. He said this and went, and Sita Mata was in tears.
Hmm.
She was so sad. And among the Rakshashis who were taking care, there was one girl named Trijata.
Vijata.
Trijata was Vibhishana's daughter. So that suddenly the Rakshashis have been so violent and angry and all. They become tired. They go to sleep. And Trijata tells Sita, Sita, don't do anything drastic. just today I had a dream that your Rama is going to come and take you back.
Correct.
And you are going to be very happy. Wait for the day. Don't be in a hurry to commit suicide. Take care, my dear, please. Be a little patient. After that is the time when Hanuman comes. So that hope was given by Trijata. Otherwise, she would have gone by the time Hanuman came.
Correct. See, so many lessons for all of us at every step of the way. When there are too many obstacles, don't despair. Rama is on the way. Yes. And so we know Vibheeshana also stops and when Hanuman, Rama Duta himself, Ravana commands, kill him. Vibhishana says, no, you cannot kill a Duta. You can only at the most disfigure him, you cannot kill. So that again, Vibhishana interferes in this. And we know that the tail is lit because for a monkey, the tail is the most important. No, Nirmala?
Yeah, that is fine. That the tail is most important. So he says, okay, let us put fire to the tail.
Let us put fire.
And here Sita Mata is praying. She comes to hear from the Rakshashis, somebody came and met you, no? That person's tail is on fire. He is going to die. Immediately she starts praying, desperately praying. She saying, if at all I've been a pativrata, if at all Agni Devata, I heard that you are with women, you usually bless women, usually you have a soft corner for women. Please, if at all I've been a pativrata, if at all, please make the tail cool, the fire, let it not hurt him at all. Let it not burn him. Please keep him safe. He has to go back and tell my Rama where I am. Please protect him. Agni Devata, please, 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 I beg you. So, after that, after all this is over, when he comes and meets Sita Mata said, did the fire burn you, my dear, my child? Did it hurt you? I said, no, it was very cool. And she says, so Agni Devata has answered my prayers. Good. I'm happy.
Good. So that's how prayers, the Divine Mother takes.
Vibhishana goes to the Rama camp, and all the people advise Rama, a person from enemy camp, no, don't allow him. He might be a spy. Ravana has sent. Do you know? Find out from us what is our strategy. Be careful. Don't do it, Rama. Rama asks each one of them. And everyone says, no, no, no. But then last he comes and asks Hanuman. Hanuman is the only one who says, no, Rama, we need a person from that place. He is really surrendered. I went and saw at that time he was chanting Rama. He is really sincere and he is sattvic. I know about him. Please join him. One word for Hanuman and he joins him in. Yes. Otherwise, Vibhishana had no chance in that camp.
Correct.
But because of Vibhishana only, many secrets Rama could know and he could tackle. The Indrajit, this thing, the Ravana secret, everything was given by Vibhishana, and that is how he was able to win the war.
Everyone has a role to play. Like that little squirrel who, helped build the Rama Setu to Hanuman, who did everything. Durgama Kaj, it had come. He did everything. So everyone has a role to play in this infinite loop of karma. And so Lankeshwara Bhay sab jagad jaana. So because Vibhishana was convinced by Hanuman, what was the reward Vibhishana got? He became Lankeshwara. And then Lanka became a prosperous city all over again. So this is about Vibhishana Sharanagati. In the meanwhile, in Sundarakanda, in the Ramacharita Manas, Tulsidasji has described three kinds of Sharanagatis. So we have first Samudra Devata has to do Sharanagati to Lord Rama to not allow the this thing to sink, to help build a Rama Setu. Isn't it? So at the face of it, Samudra Devata doesn't come out. Anyone knows the story? He will not come out. He will not. Rama keeps calling for Samudra Devata. Come, let us sit across and do the deal. Allow us to go walk across water. Then Samudra Devata doesn't come. And then finally, Rama gets really wild. He's anxious. He wants to go and meet, find Sita. So he will take out his bow and arrow and say, "Look, I have no choice. You have asked me to. I have requested you. You haven't obliged. I have no choice but to hit you. My arrow is going to make way for us." And then Samudra Devata, Varuna Devata comes and prostrates to Rama and he says, "Look, don't do that, please. Don't remove your arrow against me. Then why didn't you come when I called you? Look, I have my dharma. You only made me the ocean like this. You are the fellow who has given us the full dharma of the full universe. And I cannot, my dharma is to sink. Anything solid put in water, it will sink. I cannot go away from dharma. You yourself are Vigrahavan dharma. How can you ask me not to follow my dharma? Was the question of Samudra Devata. So Rama, of course, the answer is, for the sake of upholding one dharma, the lower dharma can be sacrificed. So it's okay. You have to help me. So that is the logic.
One little story I'll tell you. Rama was going to take a bath in this side of the beach, and before that he just put his bow and then went to take a bath. He came back. He saw that he has put the bow on a frog, and it is just he's just pulsating, and he's about to die and is bleeding heavily. And Rama said, "Why could you croak?" He said, "My only croak is Rama, Rama, Rama. And you yourself put a bow. Then whom else will I call?"
So cute. Correct.
Whom else will I call? So, you surrendered. So he gets straight moksha.
Straight
moksha. Rama, in his bag, he has nothing else. He has got moksha. For Ravana, he has got moksha. For Akshay Kumara, he has moksha. For Vibheeshana, he has got moksha. For Kumbhakarna, he has got moksha. He doesn't have anything else in his bag. Wow.
Yes, perfectly said. In his quiver, nothing more. All the arrows are moksha arrows only. Good. So whether you are a frog or a squirrel or a Vibhishana or Ravana himself, all he gives is moksha. Beautifully said, Nirmala. Beautiful point. So coming to, before I forget, the Sharanagatis, Samudra Devata surrenders only after Rama commands him to surrender. That is one Sharanagati. So this is called as what? Tamasic Sharanagati. Unless you are beaten black and blue by life, you will not go to God. You will not listen to your inner call. That kind of Sharanagati is Tamasic Sharanagati. And then we have Vibheeshana. Another Tamasic fellow is Sugriva. Same thing. Despite Rama killing Vali for his sake, again he forgets all over again. Life takes over. It isn't Maya, it covers us again and again and again. We forget the many, many bountiful blessings of the Lord. We forget. That is tamas. Then again something has to happen. Something, Lakshmana comes rushing to remind Sugriva. Then again Hanuman comes rushing to protect his boss and sends Tara. Look, Tara, go. This Lakshmana is going to kill your husband again. I mean, again Sugriva will be in trouble. So like this, tamas, sattva, tamas, sattva. We are doing a dance between tamas and sattva all the time. So Sugriva Sharanagati is also tamasic Sharanagati. And then we have Vibheeshana. He says did he have an agenda when he went to Sri Rama? Did he have an agenda when he went and surrendered to Sri Ram? Yes, he did. Then he says that to Rama also. Look, my main idea was to cross over to you. Of course, my brother is a demon and he's doing all bad things. But my agenda was want to be Lankadipati, Lankeshwara. I wanted to be the king of Lanka. That is why I came to you with Hanuman. But after having seen you and fallen at your feet, it doesn't matter what happens. I'm happy to be here. So this kind of agenda-driven Sharanagati is Rajasic Sharanagati. So Tamasic, Rajasic, of course Sattvic is Hanuman. Nothing. I don't want anything else except you. That's his primary attitude. I want nothing else other than Lord. So whatever I'm doing is a Ramakaja. No need.
We ourselves,
Yeah.
in the night, we are tamasic people.
Surrender to
That
sleep.
is why they say Brahma Muhurta, Pradosha Kala is considered very auspicious because those are sattvic times. The rest of the time we are rajasic. We are looking into our jobs, whatever duties we have.
Correct.
But the Brahma Muhurta time, that is 4:30 to 6 in the morning, 4:30 to 6 in the evening, between the dusk period, dusk coming in and Surya Devata going away, that period is called Pradosha Kala. That is Nitya Pradosha. And Pradosha which we see, or Pradosha Kala of Lord Shiva, comes only once in 15 days. But this is called Nitya Pradosha, and these two times are the only sattvic times. The rest of it is Rajasic. Each one of us are like that. Each one of us is tamasic. You need tamasa. You need sleep.
Rest. Yeah.
You need rajasa because you have to do your daily duties. Karma you have to do. And sattvic you have to do. That is something we swallow. We say, it's okay, fine. Let me do it tomorrow. It's okay. What does it matter? It's okay. We sleep, but we can't sleep 4:30 to 6 in the morning, 4:30 to 6 in the evening. Is a sattvic time for meditation, for contemplation, for once you get used to all this, then suddenly you'll realize it is not necessary to really sit. You will be in a meditative pose all the time. You will be a sakshi. You will be watching at everything which is happening, but not concern yourself. You will not put your nose in everything.
That is why Hanuman is sattvic through and through. He has no tamas, he has no rajas. Because Tihu Loka Ujagara, all three states he is lighting up. That means he's become sakshi. That is how, that doesn't mean that the body and mind don't need rest. They do. Tamas is there. But he is the witness of all the three states. We all are, but he has realized it. Tihuloka Ujagara. Okay, just one more we can do because it's very small. Yuga sahasra yojana bhaanu. Leelyo taahi madhura phala jaanoo. So this is about Yuga sahasra yojana bhaanu. The sun is there, so many light years away from us. Leelyo taahi madhura phala jaanoo. You thought it was a fruit, and it was just a matter of it was a game for you. It was a leela for you to jump across and reach for that fruit. Simple 2 lines, but loaded with meaning. What does it mean? A baby leaping for the fruit. up there. What does it mean? It has got a lot of implications for us. Yes, Nirmala.
He is born with a trajectory. He is planning to do something great in this world. He's not born as a normal monkey.
Ah,
He has an agenda. He has
yeah.
come with a purpose. Here,
Yes.
here in this act, he shows
Hmm.
his, his
Hmm.
goal is very high. Please reach for the sky, and we will reach at least the treetop for us. For
Ah,
him, he is reaching the sun itself.
sun itself. Sun is
Yeah,
sky.
sun is he is a guru for him. He reaches for his guru from the day he is born.
Hmm. Correct. But is any other child any different from Hanuman? So physically, this fellow in the story, we have to take it all metaphorically. Okay, he actually leaps and goes to the sun. Fine. But is any child different? This shows each child, it's the hunger, is a hunger for knowledge, for knowing everything. What does every child do? Why is this happening? Why is the sun red? What is an orange doing up there? That why is the nature of the child. Yes or no? Hungry for knowledge. Every child is born hungry. For milk also, for knowledge also. As the child grows up, the only thing the parents have to, the most irritating thing the parent that have to contend with is why? To answer why is a huge problem for us because we don't know the answer for too many things that they ask. But what we can learn from the child is let that curiosity of the child remain in us. As we grow, we become we come to know the physics and the chemistry and the biology of things. But the curiosity has to keep burning in us for this knowledge. For jnana, that curiosity has to be there. The existential questions should come later. So this is what the leaping for the sun implies. Hanuman leaping for the sun is keep your hunger for knowledge alive. Yeah.
As a child, I used to ask my mother many questions. And she said, no, you should not ask such questions. No, you should not. You should not. And then I became a mother. I had 3 children. Oh, I was so afraid of them because all the time they used to bug me with questions and I had to answer them. They were so intricate, none of the answers I knew. That is the reason why I started reading. And that's how I collected my treasures of stories. Because for everything, those days there were no videos, TV, and all. So every time, minimum 20 stories have to be told to my children to eat. So the pencil will walk, the pen will talk,
I
the
know.
ball will bounce, and new story. And my daughter will say, "Yeah, this story don't repeat. I want a new story which I've never heard before." And they could just verbatim repeat all the stories I told them. So it's very dangerous with those characters. So I had to, like a magician, I had to
Yes,
give them newer stories.
yes,
So that's how I'm in this position.
yes. I think you are speaking for all mothers. Yeah. So the children, they make us also creative, and their innocence, their curiosity, their imagination, their enthusiasm, we have to match with our creativity. So let that creativity be alive. Let that questioning mentality be alive in us. That is what Hanuman's leap is teaching us. Ask questions. Reach for the sun of jnana. Yes. And there's a little joke here. The child is always asking, tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Why this, why is that? As a teenager, will he say, tell me why? No. He or she will say, why tell me? You only do. So tell me why to why tell
I
me.
know.
I know.
I know. This is not tell me.
Uh,
I know.
no,
You don't know.
playing on the 3 words, tell me why. beginning with tell me why. Second stage is why tell me. You only know. You only go and do. And the third stage, where I think all of us could be, is tell why me. Like that, you know. These are the three stages that this tell me why takes us. Anyway, so this is the curiosity of the child is given by Leelyo, taahi, madhura, phala. For them, everything is a play. For the child, there are no boundaries. Everything is a play. You ask a child to draw. In a school, I think I used to go for this what you call teaching in education, newspaper in education. NIE program was happening, and I used to go to a school, little children, to teach on Saturdays and draw something. And the child had drawn two suns. I said, why? There is only one sun. No, I like two suns, so I draw two suns. So like that, you cannot limit the imagination of a child. Like that, same, extrapolate to us. Let us not be limited by the limits of the mind. Break the limits and go for the sun. So that is about this Yuga Sahasra Yojana para bhaanu. Yeah.
He knew that sun is the madhura phala for him.
Madhura phala. Mm.
It's the sweet fruit
Looks
which
like.
he had aimed for. Ashta Siddhi Navanidhi was talked to him by sun god within 36 hours.
Super.
And you know, in Hanuman Chalisa only, the distance from earth to sun is given. And so he goes to sun god and says, please, you promised you'll be my guru. You see, I can't be your guru and all. I have a job to do. I have to rise and set in this hemisphere, then rise and set in that hemisphere, northern and southern hemispheres, and I'm busy 24 hours. And still you want to learn? Okay, fine, but you have to keep pace with me. So he flies along with the sun for one full day and half a day. He's such a sharp learner that he learns Ashta Siddhi, Navanidhi in 36 hours straight.
And he is willing to give us also. Namanidhi ke data, he will give us also. If we have that kind of zeal to learn, all that we will also get. Okay.
Are you Hanuman?
Yes.
That is the question. Are you as eager and as curious as Hanuman? Yes. Then you are. You can
eligible.
get it.
Eligible. We are Hanumans in making, work in progress. Right? Yes, people, anything to share? Done?
So I've been chanting Hanuman Chalisa all the time, all through my pregnancy. My husband says, "Chha, Hanuman Chalisa, you chanted and you gave birth to 3 Hanumans here."
Vanaras. Good. What a blessing, Nirmala. What else do you want? Okay, we'll close for the day. It's already 8:05. Then you can, unless you want to share something right now, people. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Prutyormam Amrutam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Nanu Nanembudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Satchidanandatma Shivananu Nane Shivoham 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 Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Guru Charanarpanamastu.